The core Nyx assassin in this game.
Or maybe, I want to say maybe mid Grimstroke actually.
Mid Grimstroke? Okay.
No, never mind, off-lane Grimstroke. Okay, core Grimstroke though.
And it's going to be really challenging for Rubik to both find a balance where if they don't initiate with Song, he needs to be there in time to telekinesis someone and fade bolt and do Rubik things, but also making sure he's not caught in a Song so he can counter-initiate and steal Song. It's a really, really tough game for our Rubik.
One point to be made though, particularly by the players, that KingR, the 4 for Siren, is an easy kill for the Mars, just because he's going to have the level advantage.
The Void Spirit's going to be a bit of a challenge, right? His contemporary, but...
Oh, yeah, of course. He's not going to try to kill him mid, though. No, usually Mars is like ganking.
And the good thing this lineup is, unlike last time, where at least Dendi had the opportunity to push a little bit more naturally with the DP, it's not really the case here on the Void Spirit. You're not so scared of him taking your tower as you are of missing first blood here top lane. It's going to be the KingR falling to a crawl. Nyx Assassin, then he's going to be completely zoned out of the lane, even with 4 armor, 4.5 regen here at level 2. He's not going to be tanky enough for the likes of RdO. Nice shot there on this Carapace, though, just being a bit annoying, but that's actually triggered now the enchant, as well as the extra damage out from the impetus, and he's going to live on a sliver, on a hair of HP.
Yeah, the Enchantress, they not get the kill in the top lane, though they manage to get Nofear as they go for lightless as well. Let's see if the Borrow Strike is going to be available soon. It is. Sandstorm is also there to add a bit of extra damage. Lightless tries to divide the damage, but not very lucky with his positioning there with the mirror image. He was hoping to get the real hero behind. Look at the arena blood here on KingR. I'm surprised by how static he's playing in this lane, though. I don't know why they're not trying to just take the tier 1 top. Seems like a much easier target. KingR, nice spike Carapace, blocks the spear with the illusion, telekinesis, but it still works out. That was a part of the plan, right? Dendi, though, could be in trouble here as they have 2 more cores joining in the fight, and the cavalry might just be able to finish off this poor Mars. Roman God of War for a cockroach. Where it's both an item to farm and to fight, and since you're a TB and you can farm a bit faster, it's much easier to go for this duality. Up top, there seems to be a gank as they're fighting here with Static Storm. They're going to catch RdO, Power Strike as well. They're going to try to finish off Funn1k in time. They do see Sexyfat right now as they glimpse back Illusion, and thanks to Magicals joining the team fight, they're capable of destroying Illusion. There's no arena blood though, so Dendi unfortunately cannot secure any more kills, but does have the Spear of Mars available.
Yeah, they're not really sure who to go for. They wanted to go for Magical there about halfway through the fight. Here's Mr. Stompy now, setting up for the Sun on a Nofear. Dendi's a bit far away.
Oh, they're going to catch up.
There's the enchant. Yes, it looks like they will. Magical's regenning in the trees. Only has 1 Astral Sept though, so it's at least not a great one. They've got great wards here on the side of the Hustlers watching the entrance into the jungle. So every time Dendi leaves the lane, they know exactly where he's going. They know they can react to quite appropriately. Magical with the Astral Step, jumping on in, hoping to stun off both. Will actually only gets the 1-man Impale, unfortunately, but it's onto the important one, the Sand King. Silence out from the Phantom Embrace to follow up. He will get the Burrow Strike off eventually here, but dusted up. He should be killed off. He's going to dodge at least the Stroke of Fate, but Magical with the right clicks alone. He's got enough damage. Anyway, 15 minutes in.
I'm not criticizing.
They smoked, by the way.
I'm putting the question out there, right? Oh, can they get Magical? That's not the best kill. Actually, this is a pretty decent kill on and off laner, but Static Storm stops that Epicenter from coming out. He's like, well, I'm just going to bait into Static Storm for now. Yep, Sexyfat just tanks it. Funn1k is dead, though. And Sexyfat wants to get a stun off on Nofear. The Terror Blade also activates Metamorphosis, and wow! Metamorphosis and Arena both committed just to kill off Nofear. They really hate this Disruptor.
KingR is coming from behind, but probably shouldn't go for anything here. The Naga Siren is way too far away, as is Magical, so I think he's just going to be scouting and keeping vision here on the enemies to get the best information. RdO is going to be a bit alone now. Oh, I've actually scouted him now with the Sentry Ward placed down. Reflection, they slow him even more, and he got a little bit too close for comfort that time. Knows that there's a Sentry there, but not worth his life. Really easy when you have 6-7 seconds to set it up, right?
Yes, exactly.
Not very much of an issue.
That is the combo we saw yesterday being quite effective, if it wasn't because there was a Rubik there being a nuisance. Let's see, catching Magical.
Nice.
Okay, maybe Magical playing a bit too hasty, right? Being in no man's land here. There's no tower nearby, no place for them to TP.
They're hunting for RdO though, and KingR might be looking to get him. They're going to glimpse him back.
Near a tower
are coming into the Static Storm though. They're all going to end up TPing right in there. Soulbind as well has been dropped now onto 2. Nice stun there. Can they control him for long enough? They can. Even, well, a follow-up, all the splash damage, nearly getting the kill onto Duster. It doesn't take long though. The Carapace buying a little bit of time, but the Song of the Siren now to interrupt after Dendi drops the arena. TP no here. Funn1k's like, guys, I TP'd in here.
Yes, go Scepter. Funn1k, run away. No, there's no way he's getting out. He realizes, well, I love when he walks like forward and back when you're like,
well, this is awkward.
Yeah, Illusion Heroes lack.
2.1 times experience gain.
Yeah, pretty big deal for Illusion Heroes that tend to not get level 25 as early.
Again,
I think Naga's 25 is pretty valuable.
Ice Frog just doesn't like Hand of Midas though, or he just hates the jungle, and it's an indirect nerf again onto the jungle creep because
and then we're like, oh, I guess percentage base is too strong on
nice warding. Again, Nofear just wants complete vision here in the bottom lane. Unfortunately, that might not save him from Dendi, although Dendi still will miss the spear. Sexyfat to follow up with the stun, and should have plenty of damage here all alone. RdO is just going to walk on over, but he's like, why farm the Disruptor when I can farm Creep instead?
Yeah, I mean, Nofear to some degree, you know, the quote-unquote dead later, because the Naga's playing super safe with their illusions as well, and I think it's fine. He's been creating a lot of space here. It doesn't really matter if he dies as long as he's alive for the next team fight. Funn1k's like, what do I do now? Well, I'll stun you. In fact, Magical's nearby. They might be able to get a counter kill on Illusion. Illusion was not expecting this, and he's going to die, but Sexyfat charges up the epicenter, gets stunned in time. Nice and pale there. The BKB saves him from getting stunned with a Song of the Siren. He managed to get the kill on Funn1k. RdO's nearby, hoping to get the kill on Nyx Assassin. Not going to happen. Instead, Magical, complete out of mana, and he was trying to simulate to the low ground, unable to do so by a very tippy tip of the range. So he's going to die instead to Dendi. Good.
Can also do it there, but his intention is not to go back to where he was, because he doesn't know what's there anymore.
Oh,
and it could be death.
Charging.
He's just baiting us.
I'm not sure, huh? I think he actually wants to do it.
I mean,
he's going to bait himself. There's the epicenter finally going in for the Naga Siren. Very valuable. Can she song in time? There's a BKB on TB. Trying to get the Sunder off. No! Using an illusion that was really low on HP. lightless going to chase after him. They don't have a way to cancel his TP though, unless the BKB just ends. I guess that's the way. Very simple. They even use a Soul Bond onto them. They should be able to finish him off with the Impale. Goodbye to RdO. And that's your main source of damage. They have a Meteor Hammer now, which will hit Sexyfat and guarantee the second kill. 2 cores are dead, and a support might die as a result as well. Duster trying his best to run away. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about yesterday's game, right?
Yeah, Disruptor no eggs quite yet. We're getting there, halfway there. Halfway there soon. Magical looking for a stun there to follow up onto Duster. Unfortunately, this one's a bit of a tough kill. The Stroke of Fate doing an underwhelming amount of damage. And Dendi jumping forward, he misses the spear yet again. They're going to maybe look to turn. As Magical just standing there with the DD room, threatening him, posturing. He's going to T-pose on him, but there's plenty of damage now. Song of the Siren to turn this one around, as RdO just actually has popped the Metamorphosis, so that's going to dissuade the Hustlers from fighting. Dendi, though, he's going to play forward. Oh, the arena just catches fence. And again, only going to get this Disruptor, who gets a 3-man static storm, but no follow-up there. Ulti for ulti, a life for a life, and another BKB charge there for Dendi.
It's just quite funny to watch Dendi constantly murdering Nofear. He got the static storm off though, which is not great I think in this situation, because now you don't have it for this initiation. The epicenter's not, oh, it is going to catch in the end the Grimstroke, just barely, but good enough.
Yep, good enough.
Dead.
I think they were maybe trying to bait there with the Naga illusions, but they could immediately tell none of these are real, and they're going to head right back into Roche. Then 60 seconds with no Grimstroke, notably the Stroke of Fate, still no, oh, the Saga is available already here, and the static storm is up in 30. They're going to catch a straggler here. There is going to be a buyback now. Nyx Assassin Dendi again is going to miss the Spear of Mars, as there goes Roshan. RdO picking up the Aegis quite handily. Nyx Assassin the only one to fall quite yet, with a good effort though. It's targeted the right place there.
It was because he couldn't. Yeah, he couldn't go. I don't think he could go to the low ground. Okay, that's a very good initiation. Static Storm, like, we're done. We're using this combo. Yep. We built it. We drafted this way for a reason. Let's kill 2 heroes, and they will gather both Illusion and Sexyfat's souls here. As they go now for Dendi, who BKB TPs. Easy for him, but it is a waste of the BKB, of course. And they're going to instead settle for Duster, who's a much easier kill. I think you should, by the way. Duster Dota, if you guys are ever interested.
Shoutouts to him here. It's going to be a good push here coming out from the sides of the Hustlers. Up to the high ground they go for the first time this game. Already the tier 3 tower here on half HP. And they're going to be looking for a bit more. That Dark Portrait is going to be doing a fair bit of damage here, to say the least. Plenty of great items here.
What's the strongest hero in this game, Richie? It's the Dark Portrait.
It kind of is.
Because it is also, by the way, in case you guys don't know, it doesn't give the
targeted wall with magic immunity.
Yeah, you do take extra damage, but since you're magic immune, it's like, well, it's kind of hard to clear it. Oh, we have Ags on Disruptor, and that's Static Storm. They should be able to kill off the TB like this. Oh, the stolen song! There's Illusion. He saw it yesterday's match. He wants to show he can do the same thing. The counter initiation with the Arena Blood, and they're going to stop Nofear first. Of course there is. Sunder, successful this time, but TD can't deal with the Naga. He's actually in trouble. RdO needs some sort of healing. He's going forward. They break him, and the Nyx is actually the final nail in the coffin to destroy this TB. Dark Portrait dealing much more damage than he is. Going for Sexyfat instead. Lord. That Dark Portrait plus Naga is enough to deal with TB, and he used the Sunder way too early. Maybe going in the middle of the team fight like that was not the right choice. choice.
Playing TB with your Dark Portrait makes it even better this game.
Yeah, TB is like an old slasher flick villain, right? He kills things around him, but he's not going to work for it. He's not going to run for his victims.
I think they're going to go for a fight here. Hustlers, they see RdO yet again. He's just bombed back. Magical smokes the break. He's going to jump right up. The Song of the Siren. Can they catch him in time? Stunned up by the Song. He will. Where's Rubik? But here's going to be the Static Storm. Rubik a bit too far away. That's his Song there. Can they actually save the life? Yep, blinking right in. Dendi going to set up the arena, but the Song didn't end in time. That's going to allow the BKB Funn1k to get up. But look at the damage this time from RdO. Doesn't even need the metamorphosis. 2 heroes already dead.
But he can't fight the Nagano. He knows that. She deals way too much damage right now with the Dark Portrait illusion and trying to get rid of the illusion. But it's so difficult due to its magic immunity. XactJlepbI could also be in trouble as he Yule Scepters himself. And that's going to set up for the skill. And get an Impale onto 2. It almost seemed like it was reflected, but it wasn't. It was a great Impale there by KingR.
Then he's got to BKB to run.
Oh, RdO.
He's in trouble. Doesn't have the BKB. Has the Sunder, but can he get to use it? Cheese. Nice cheese there. Silent stuff. That's going to be Sexyfat perhaps saving the day, but another Impale here. A big one onto RdO, but he's going to get the Sunder off. Onto the Nyx Assassin. Squash that Beetle. Up bottom of the cliff. It's Arteezy, but it's actually Funn1k. A second Song of the fight. That means Rubik might have one as well soon. Nope, he's only got the mana burn. Lightless able to TP out. Funn1k with the spider legs unfortunately won't be able to escape.
They're chasing after Magical as well, but they don't have the Yule Scepter in time, so Magical can get away as well. And instead fighting the rest of the team, right? And murdering the Grimstroke ideally.
Yep, they forced the buyback here on the Nyx Assassin. The Grimstroke bought back here in that engagement as well. Nofear. Dendi, he sees Nofear, and he, well, no chance here for Nofear, but Dendi here without the BKB for 8 seconds. It's Magical. Will jump through him Lightless as well, just chewing through them alive. Space created here for the Roshan attempt as Sexyfat continuing to run. Checking in on the Rosh. It's quite low here, as that has Aegis, Cheese, and Refresher. XactJlepbI is going to drop just around the same time as Aegis. Has barely enough inventory spaces for just about everything, but will get out now. Lightless continuing to chase after him, though, and there's going to be another Song. Rubik, though, in position to attempt potentially steal it, but look, they're going to actually, they know. They watched yesterday's replays, and that's going to be the BKB then for RdO. He's going to look to TP out. There's not a Basher, there's not enough damage, and Rubik will perish for that, dropping the gem in his wake. Has the Gem of True Sight and can be incredibly annoying now with the Meteor Hammer. No buyback on 3 of these heroes here for bait.
It's pretty bad. They might just finish it.
They could.
Look at this. There's no reason for Hustler to wait any longer. They're going to try to go for the tier 3s. There's the Burrow by the Nyx Assassin.
There's no meta for 30.
Burrow. Sorry.
No. Oh, sorry, yeah. Oh, but he does have the Death Wave, or the Terror Wave.
The Terror Wave. Nyx can't move, so Nyx is like, no, what do I do now? Spike Carpus, they catch Enchantress instead. Terrorblade trying to keep his distance. He has Aegis. And finally, there's the Shard for Magical. Enchantress, truly Timbersaw light.
She is. They do have the meta back up in 20 seconds, or 10 seconds now make it. He's continuing to reflect and just do as much damage as he can. Lightless trying to focus the tower. There goes the Fortify. XactJlepbI back in 20 seconds, as along with Dendi 30 till the Rubik is back here. They're looking to finally kill off this Duster. Can they get the job done? This time I think they might have enough magical damage, although I started to doubt it halfway through. She's dead for a minute as RdO is now going to pop the meta. Can he get the job done here?
TB versus the world. Now we're going to see the true defense. Mars is coming back in 2 seconds, though, so it's XactJlepbI. They went for the tier 4s, and they know they can't go for the Ancient any longer. The Song of the Siren for Lightless to make sure they cannot get away, or maybe they're reinitiating. They want to punish XactJlepbI. They know he has no buyback, so XactJlepbI is down for the count for another 90 seconds. TB, what can you do now? They stun him with the Simulate. He's level 25 talent. He activates the BKB. RdO fighting against KingR, trying to kill off Magical, but can't quite get the damage off. RdO just wants to run away. The Dark Portrait illusion is destroyed in a matter of seconds. And thanks to the Sunder, Lightless could be in trouble. He's forced to use the Minotaur Horn. It seems that Naga Siren is just better at Menfire than TB.
He has Cheese in his backpack.
He does have Cheese and the Aegis. Lightless knows his Magical trying to snipe that Aegis off, and he does get the Aegis away. Magical could be in trouble. Completely out of mana. He might just die here. Magical trying to avoid the Mars. Not going to happen. Instead, the gem is on the ground, and Magical is going to be dead for 90 seconds unless he buys back.
Create some space between the two, and it's just not been the case this game. RdO level 26, though, leading the charge up to the high ground. He's got Cheese, Minotaur Horn, BKB ready to use, and there's going to be the Death Wave early on.
All right, well, I mean, how far will they take this? They don't know the enemy team doesn't have buybacks, because Naga Siren just didn't save for hers, so they're not aware of how aggressive they can play this. Dendi, just try.
That's not Nofear.
Yep. Dendi's like, I knew I shouldn't go for anyone else. He's gonna get goes back.
No, he BKB'd.
Nofear tried to get the revenge kill there, but then he's like, nope, I knew you were gonna do that from the start.
Plus, before he can get that Abyssal Blade, but now has the Basher in the inventory. He's lost the boots, however, not that he cares too much.
Okay.
Back up to the high ground they go, but Dendi. Yeah.
Okay, the insane man Dendi tried to go for this arena, but didn't work out. Song Siren had been popped though, and now Dendi could be in trouble. They did waste the Impale, but the Static Storm again stole the song. They don't have any more arena though, but do have the epicenter. Sexyfat is charging it, hoping for a double burrow strike. He will get it, and Funn1k will die. There's the burrow strike going for KingR as well. They've killed everyone but the Naga Siren, who had to retreat immediately, and now it's a whole team of heroes going against Magical and Naga. What will happen to Magical now, Seek and Strike?
I'm not too sure. The Naga's able to TP away, but RdO just the good decision there. He goes, yeah, I don't really want to fight the Naga, so I'll just fight everyone else.
Caught him though, thanks to the burrow. And that's going to be a dead Void Spirit. That Hex switch is on whom? And then the Blink actually has huge cast range now, so it's very easy for Rubik to just stand away and then blink from very, very far.
DD rune for RdO, that's terrifying. They do have another Naga Song combo to use, but Illusion, I think, he's just holding on to his. No, actually, he took Aether Remnant there in the middle of the fight. Otherwise, he would have Song by now. But they're going straight for the GG push. RdO summoning the boys, going straight for the tower. There's going to be the Song of the Siren. Illusion ready and willing to steal it, but no, he's actually going to get controlled, and that's going to set up now for the Static Storm on RdO. Does not get the BKB off, but Dendi does, as lightless is able to eat up a Rubik, who does have the buyback. Nofear in trouble, though, will get gone on immediately, and Magical against the walls does have the E-Blade to keep himself alive a little bit longer. RdO is going to have to look for someone else. Nice there, Fearway to get the Naga Siren away. Sexyfat setting up with the stun. The Aether Remnant, though, is going to pull him away. Dendi doesn't have anything. There's going to be the Hex onto the Naga Siren. As the Dark Portrait there, at least doing something. Lightless, though, surrounded by 4 will go down, but that's only the first life. They do have the buyback. Yeah, so that's the second round here, but that's buyback without the Song, though. They're going to go for Sexyfat here. Yule Scepter used. They only catch an Illusion here with the Aether Remnant. Magical went in onto 3. The Simulate stun very powerful here. They get the Abyssal Blade. They're close to TV. He's throwing the Sunder, though. Telekinesis and that shard might just save RdO. He's hit by the Aether Remnant, but he just needs to run away right now. Rubik to steal the Impale. Gets the Sunder off before the Simulate can hit him. He is stunned, though, and they could just kill him despite that Sunder. RdO could be in trouble. Enchantress trying to draw the aggro. Not really working. They're not concentrating on Duster. They know who to kill, and that is going to be RdO. Buyback.
He buybacks immediately. As Mars is still trying to get away. Can he do so, though? Doesn't seem like it. The Vendetta will guarantee this final kill.
He wants to save his BKB. Duster, in the meantime, of course, has just been ignored the entire fight because people generally have a hard time killing it. He's going to be taken down here. There's once again another hour-long slugfest between Bait side of the map, but they're going to be making the money moves here, the plays to try and catch Hustlers who have kind of spread themselves thin here a bit.
Oh, the Sand King. Funn1k immediately BKBs, though, as the Song of the Siren comes off. I don't know if they want to fight this. They seem to want to kill Sexyfat first. Seems like an easy kill unless RdO's nearby. The BKB by Magical makes him immune to the wave. Nofear's dead yet again. Got a second Dark Portrait, though, thanks to the refresher, but they haven't done the TBs, which is important here. He's liking a fair amount of damage. There's the Arena Blood, though. Is it going to be useful? He has a level 25 talent, which means they have a lot of healing inside, and they go for the Naga Siren instead. Lightless cannot fight against the TB. Still has Sunder available, by the way. Lightless no longer strong enough. 2 minutes without your main carry. That seems like game. I don't think Hustler can recover from this. Funn1k died as well. He does have buyback, and it's up to Magical to defend this. They catch him with a super impale from Rubik. Rubik is in another region. He's from EU, just impaling this Magical. I think this is game, Richie.
I have to agree with you, my friend. What a fight. It looked like KingR canceled the Meteor Hammer there or something. Maybe got hit with a silence or something, but it was going to hit 2 heroes, but it's not going to matter because hitting the Ancient is like 8 versions of TB, and the throne will fall. This time around, it takes just 5 minutes longer, but B8, they are going to take it.